10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay. Do you understand that? Turn the friggin' frogs gay. Serious crap.
Well, hello there. What's up? Hold on. Let me get my chat open here. Hold on. There we go. All right.
Chat.
What's up, fuckers? What's up, Leo?
What up?
Okay, sorry, getting messages right as the chat starts. Anyway. Hola, ¿cómo estás? What's up, bitches? How's everybody doing today? That's my bad. I don't know how many people are going to show up. Leo, when did I send links out? Like 3 minutes ago?
Yep. Right. I sure thought, okay, no show today. I was just about to turn off the Discord.
I forgot. I scheduled the chat, but I scheduled it this morning, like from work, from my phone, and I can't send the links out on Discord from my phone. I don't know why. It won't let me do it. So I was like, oh, I'll just do it when I get home. After work, I'll send the links out. But at least I got the chat scheduled. No.
Yeah.
Fucking forgot when I got home. I came home, I wanted to eat, and I wanted to start watching Andor. And I forgot. I just completely forgot. So.
How many episodes in is it right now?
It's dropping 3 a week.
Three a week? God damn. Okay.
It drops 3 a week for 4 weeks. So it's going to drop 12 episodes.
I should.
It's the same thing the first season did.
I should wait.
Yeah, I probably should too. But I just, like, last week finished rewatching season 1, and so did my wife. So it's like, no, I want to watch it. It's good.
Okay.
Yeah. It's so good. It's so good.
Did you watch Daredevil?
Yeah, I watched all of it.
Okay, you finished? Okay.
Yeah, I rewatched the first 3 seasons from Netflix and both seasons of Punisher from Netflix, and then I watched the new one. I don't know why.
How do you have time to do that? Damn.
No, just come home. I mean, it's not like I do anything else. You know what I mean? Like, I come home after work and, like, I got a few hours before I go to sleep, and, you know, me and my wife watch stuff and watch a few episodes of television after work. And then if it's like my day off or something, you know, if I'm not doing anything else, I'll just sit there and fucking watch a show all day. So, yeah. But anyway. What's up, chat? Everybody doing okay? Dude, I totally I want to tell the chat this. I don't know what happened on Friday. I had my I thought I had my my trigger time scheduled for Friday after the toy chat. And when I went over to do it, it showed it was scheduled, but it didn't show it was scheduled to anywhere. And then I tried to, like, schedule it, and it kept going to, I don't know if it was something with StreamYard or what, but it kept going to the wrong channel. Like, it kept going to my Geek channel when I would try to schedule the chat. I don't know what happened Friday night. And honestly, I was just like, fuck, I'm not even messing with this anymore. So Like, I don't know if it even showed. Did it even show up as scheduled? Anybody out there, if you know, did it even show up as scheduled on my channel? Because I tried to do it on. I had scheduled it. I don't know, like probably sometime in the afternoon, midday to afternoon when I scheduled it, and it showed in my StreamYard as being scheduled because I don't then go to my YouTube channel to look. You know what I mean? And when I got there, it showed it was scheduled, but it showed it wasn't scheduled to any channel. And I was like, well, it's not supposed to do that. Like, you have to click where you want it to go. And it just had no destinations as far as being scheduled. So, okay, that doesn't make any sense. And then when I tried to do it, it kept defaulting and kicking over to my toy channel, trying to schedule it there. When I tried to change it last minute, because I hopped in, I was like, all right, let's go live. And it had no destination. So I was like, what? So I sent it to, I was trying to send it over to NeverEnuffAmmo, and it kept going to fucking Geek Fusion. I was like, this is not right. So I reloaded it a couple times and it wouldn't work. So I was like, you know what? I guess this is just fate telling me not to do a chat tonight or something. I don't know what the hell's going on. So I just didn't do a chat Friday night because of that. I didn't know what else to do at that point. So it's not like it's a very difficult system to work with. You know what I mean? Like, you give it a title, you fucking put in a thumbnail, and you tell it, I want it to go to this place. You know? So I don't know why it wasn't working, but anyway. So I heard people were giving shit to Duke on Monday because I didn't do a chat on Monday. Discord was getting a little angry at Duke. I don't know. Honestly, I don't remember the last time I did a Monday chat, though.
It's been about, what, 3 weeks now?
Oh, it's been, I feel like it's been like a month and a half, yeah. It's been a while since I've done a Monday night chat. So, I'm telling you, man, Mondays wipe me the fuck out. So,
Case of the Mondays?
Got a case of the Mondays every Monday. That's how it works. Anyway, so the Pope's dead.
Yep.
How long does it take him to pick a new Pope?
Oh, man.
Isn't there some new show about the Pope? Like, there wasn't a new show, like, in the last few months. What's it called? Like, the Conclave or something that I heard about? And, like, that's literally, well, I mean, that's literally the story is about them picking a new Pope or something like that. Some kind of drama. I don't know. I haven't watched it. I heard about it. I heard it was good. I don't really.
Oh, shoot. Like, what is it? White smoke when they pick a new pope, and was it like black or gray smoke or something? Or they still haven't decided yet?
Something like that. I remember from what movie was it? 'Cause, I mean, I'm not Catholic, so I don't know that shit. Could ask my wife, but what was it?
Catch a Predator.
Catch a Predator. That's how you know they picked a new pope. Whoever wins to catch a predator gets to be the pope.
Practical bacon for the win. On that one.
Good God. No, I can't remember what movie that I was watching that really really kind of dived into the whole like choosing a new pope. There was a movie. Fuck, what was it? I can't remember what the hell it was, honestly. But like that I remember watching a fucking fuck was it? Was it like Angels and Demons? It was probably like some fucking movie like that. Was Angels and Demons about choosing a new pope?
Wasn't that to find shoot. What they trying to find Mary?
I can't remember.
Was trying to find Mary or
no, that was
Mary Magdalene? Which one?
That was the first one. That was
Okay.
Da Vinci Code. But then they did the second one, which was Angels and Demons, and it had something to do with the Vatican, but I can't remember what. I don't know, man. I'm probably mixing up movies or some shit. It's been a while since whatever it was. I just remember like that was the first time, because I'm not Catholic. That was the first time that I remember seeing anything talking about like the gray smoke and the white smoke and how when they've chosen a new pope and all this stuff. I can't remember what the fuck it was.
Don't they have like a TV show on show on Netflix or Prime or something about that?
The Conclave, right?
It's called. Yeah, the Conclave. That's it.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. I was like, because I couldn't remember. I've never seen it, but I heard it was good. But it was that's what it's about choosing a new pope.
I watched a few episodes of it. It's just not my thing. It may be good to somebody else, so I'm not gonna knock it down. I mean, it looked like it was well done, so
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of shows,
Euro Trip. Maybe it was Euro Trip. Yeah, because they did have that whole scene in Euro Trip about choosing a new pope, didn't they? I forgot about that.
I think it's actually been in a few movies.
Classic movie.
Probably has. It probably has.
I think didn't Liam Neeson do a movie when they were doing that? She was trying to choose a pope.
Who?
Liam Neeson, Taken.
Liam Neeson? Did they do it? I don't fucking know, dude.
I can't remember.
I don't know. But the point is that I've gotten some of my Catholic knowledge from movies and TV because.
Be honest, probably where I get most of mine.
Like as far as the Pope stuff goes, like I have never historically studied any of that shit. As far as like how they choose a pope.
I was in Catholic church for about 3 years, 2 or 3 years. I used to go on Wednesdays when I was in Catholic school.
It was for the skirts, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Fucking knew it.
Yes.
Fucking knew it.
I did have a crush on one of the students. I still remember her name, Jennifer. My very first crush.
Well, there you go.
And this was like late 80s.
Hopefully it worked out for you.
It didn't.
That shit happens.
Never told her that I liked her.
Preston Garvey in the chat says best Catholic movie is Predator. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good one. But
have you guys talked about was it The Last of Us yet or something like that?
we have not talked about The Last of Us yet.
Oh man.
Oh, dude got here.
I've only seen up to episode 1 of season 2. I had not even watched that show until you guys mentioned it. And I was like, okay, I'll sit down. And over the last week, I went ahead and I got
Oh, you haven't seen the last episode.
I haven't seen episode 2 yet. Go ahead and spoil it. I don't give a shit. I want to watch it for the show itself. And generally, you guys' takes are kind of skewed anyway, so it's all good.
You haven't seen the last episode. It is arguably the most important episode. Not arguably. It totally is.
We'll watch it tonight after the show.
Yeah. It was awesome.
So, now me
go ahead. Feel free to talk about it. Don't worry about it. Spoilers don't affect me.
Oh, okay. So you don't give a shit that Joel dies?
Oh, hey, it happens. It happens. If that's what the script said, that's what the script said.
Oh, so they finally made it.
It's the game. That's right. He dies in the game.
It's part 2.
Oh, I haven't played the game either, so I've never been a big gamer.
He dies in the game, and I thought they would hold that off until maybe the end of the season. Nope. They did not.
Pedro Pascal's in too much shit. He can't stick around in any one spot for too long.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of shit the last 5 years, man.
He's Disney's golden boy, man. He's everywhere.
I mean, I like him. I still think he's a weird actor too. Still think he's a weird choice for Mr. Fantastic, but
yep.
Agreed.
I like him. So,
what do you think about the female Silver Surfer?
Boo.
Looks
Yeah,
fucking
I agree. I think it's stupid. I never even really followed the Silver Surfer that much, but one of my cousins was huge into it, and he let me know in no uncertain terms.
I still smashed, but boo.
I don't know any pictures I've seen of that, dude. I don't know if I'd want to smash it. It looks like somebody melted lead over something.
Well, the special effects, I hope, are still being refined because the Silver Surfer from the 2006 movie looks better. Like, I'm not even talking about because it's a guy versus a girl. I'm talking about just the special effects from 2007 look better.
We gotta stop ruining things. Silver Surfer's a dude. That's what I want to see. Stop making it a chick for the fact of just making it a chick.
Hartman said it best: make it gay and add a chicken. So
I just make it lame,
ridiculous, man. And I don't like. And if you're gonna release something that's unrefined, are you stupid in this day and age that that's what you're gonna do? Like the internet's not gonna eat you up for your lame graphics.
Yeah.
Sonic should have told you everything about that. And the fact that, like, I still think that practical effects are way better, and most of the time, arguably, practical effects mixed in with CGI is the way to do it because your eye picks up on things. So when it comes to these superhero movies, stop ruining things. But I mean, they're continuing to lose money, so maybe they'll learn someday that stop doing.
No,
things.
they won't.
I don't know. It is getting tired. And unless they come up with something really good, they'll continue to suffer. Sometimes they'll hit good when they do things right, but it's not like it was.
They make and lose more money than most of the country does in a lifetime in a day. They don't give a shit. Conspiracy theory: put on your tinfoil hats. 1, Silver Surfer looks like the shiny Temu version of Mystic, and it sucks. But honestly, I mean, they're pushing an agenda, dude. They're getting political support or some shit. I don't know.
It depends on what they do. I mean, I'm still gonna watch the movie, see if it's any good, but I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, there's proof out there that shows can be good without all the BS in it. I mean, like Reacher season 3, pretty goddamn good. Reacher's doing good. It was like the highest viewed show of any subsequent season of the whatever, however you say that shit. But I don't know, man. I just know what I like, and if I see it and I don't like it, I don't watch it.
Well, you know what was awesome? It's this week's episode of Last of Us.
Oh, so good. So good.
Dude, so we were talking about it earlier, and it was probably, I would dare say, it was the best episode of anything, the best executed episode of anything I've ever seen that's related to, like, you know, you watch an episode of something or even a movie for that matter, and they try to do like a shit hit the fan type of episode where like characters have to, you know, fight off something or defend against something, and they have to, you know, like the old A-Team episodes where like the A-Team has to come together and with like fucking duct tape and fucking mini 14s, they have to like come up with a plan that has to, you know, stop the bad guys, and they have to come to some sort of, you know, way in which they, you know, win the day. And like I can't think of anything off the top of my head that was better done. Like, Duke, we were talking about it. Like, their plan legitimately was really good.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
So my theory is like pick any episode of The Walking Dead, and like we'll pick up like, okay, Alexandria is going to get attacked, and how would I want to defend Alexandria? Well, this is how I would defend Alexandria. And I'm not saying like, oh, they did what I would do, so they're smart. I just mean they actually had a good plan. The town was going to get attacked. They had a meeting. They told everybody, hey, we're on high alert. So always have a pistol and a rifle on you at all times. And hey, if it goes bad, the children and the women go downstairs into the basements and bunker in. All the men and the women shooters go to your rooftops, and then like security dudes who's on the security team, like everybody goes to the wall. And it was executed amazingly. That's exactly what they did. And it didn't go perfect. Things went bad. They got breached. Some people got bit. Some people ran because they were just terrified. But it was exactly how you would want to set it up. And they executed it. And it was reasonable. And I thought that part was so much fun to watch. Because it was like, oh, these people, that's why they survived 20 years. It's because they knew what they were doing.
And it was a simple yet effective plan in like, okay, if we ever get attacked, we're going to do X, Y, and Z. And that's the best way to defend this town. And when you're watching the episode and you're looking at how the town's laid out and you're looking at everything, you're like, yeah, no, that was the best way to lay out this plan. And for the most part, everybody executed it as they should. Everything held together. At the last minute, some fucking thing didn't go wrong and spoil it. Like, you got to see them again. Some people died and stuff like that, but you got to see them execute the plan, and it worked the way you would expect a plan like that to work. It just flowed naturally. They how many times you watching Walking Dead and you're like, like how many times have we watched Walking Dead and like you see them going after a horde and you're like, why haven't they just made a flamethrower? You know what I mean? Like, flamethrowers are not difficult to make.
Also, with Eugene's intelligence later on, they could have been making explosives. Yeah. I mean, it was just a really fun and well executed episode. As well, first of all, it was just a good episode, period. But it was just a really watching it as a prepper. You know what I mean? And watching it from the perspective of like, this is supposed to be a real shit hit the fan situation, and shit can, really go down. And if you had a town in the middle of nowhere, and whether it's fucking zombies or fungus or fucking just a bad situation, and it's just, raiders or whatever, like, what kind of plan would you come up with to handle a situation like that? And you watch this and it's just like, yeah, that makes perfect fucking sense. Like, nothing, a lot of times you're watching something like that and you're yelling at the screen, and that's fucking stupid. What are you doing? Do this. You're like, there was none of that. It was just like, no, that's fucking perfect. Like, that makes perfect sense. Everything they did, the way they laid everything out, and they executed it well, and like, it was just really, really well done. And it made it very enjoyable to watch, not just as somebody who likes the show, but like as like a prepper who pays attention to those things. It was really, really well done. So
what about the dogs? I love the dogs.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
The dogs was the best part. The best part of that was they released those dogs and they ate the faces off of all those things. It was awesome.
My
only question was, what happens to the dogs after that?
I
don't think it affects animals. I don't think it affects animals. They kill and eat the animals, but I haven't once seen both.
Yeah, I don't remember.
And one episode,
there's no animals.
No.
The one thing I do want to point out was that we talked about how they should have used the cabin as an outpost for a lookout position, because it was on the mountain, it overlooked the city. Like, why would that not have been a used outpost, alpha? And they acted like they, yes, they knew about it, but it was not like it would have definitely been something I put some people in, to spend, a week at a time.
Also, I mean, granted, this supposedly happened in 2023 when it went down, right? When it all went to shit?
No, it happened in 2010.
Oh, 2003, and then it went on to 20 years after that. Yeah, they had nods, and they had nuts. They had IR back then. I mean, may not be as good as it is now, but there's sure a whole hell of a lack of that crap out there. I mean, it was available. If everybody's dead, just go around and pick shit up, find some batteries. I mean, come on, make this shit work.
Let me check these super chats real quick. Preston Garvey says in tranny voice, "Oh boy, I spy a ceiling fan." Uh-oh.
Oh, I guess he doesn't like my ceiling fan.
And then Jedi Queen just threw in a $2 super chat. Didn't say anything. Thank you. Appreciate that. But yeah, it was. I would say easily the best episode of that we've gotten so far. We haven't gotten much of season 2, but between season 1 and season 2 was easily the best episode. So it was the most enjoyable through and through, action-packed, well done. You're not screaming at the screen for anything because anything's and the gunplay was still great. The star of the show is still the M1A.
Oh
that,
yeah,
Joel's brother has.
Yeah, the M1A is the star of the show for me because we're looking at all the guns. And first of all, how do you not have your gun with a dummy cord on it? You're climbing up mountains. You've been on the move for 5 years trying to hunt this guy down. You've been in the most crazy terrain, and you fall down a hill and lose your gun. It's just, come on, lady.
Yeah.
The semantics that go on with some of these characters, not realizing.
Honestly,
it's killing me.
Going back to her wanting to track him down. I mean, I get it all, but I mean, they're like, we're gonna go get it, and there's like 5 of them, and they're like, okay, so the 5 of you shitty people want to trace down and try and kill the guy who wiped out all your friends, who literally stacked a wall of bodies, and you think you're gonna be able to take him out? I mean, seriously? And then how would they even figure out where he went? I mean,
well, that's all going to come into play, and
okay.
And you'll see in the next episode why she's so determined to get him. So,
well, I know that killed her buddies. Yeah, I'll see whatever.
You'll see. It's not just that. It's not just that. But you'll see in the episode. You'll see. It hasn't said yet. It says in this episode. So.
Okay.
Because I thought that was weird too. Because I never played the game, so I thought it was weird too. I was like, "Fuck!" They've spent 5 years going after this. Like at a certain point, you'd be like, "Okay," especially in the apocalypse, you'd be like, "At what point do you let it go?" Like, okay, yeah, that sucks that all your friends got killed, but 5 years and you're still wandering through the apocalypse to find this dude, and then it explains why. So, and it's a valid reason. From her point.
Well, I know he had a checkered past during the 20 years from before the beginning of the story that we see, before it takes, after everything's settled or whatever. That him and his girl were pretty much shitty people doing shitty things for fucking profit. So I can see probably something like that has something to do with it.
No, but you'll find out.
Oh, all right. Ooh.
Worry not, you'll find out. But anyway, great episode of television. Lots of fun. Kind of feels like the good old days of watching Walking Dead.
Oh, yeah.
Not that necessarily this show is as good as Walking Dead was at its height. Certainly better than what Walking Dead became. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Toward the end, they tried to do too much. They tried to have too many different storylines and shit that really fucking served no purpose.
But this is a darker show than Walking Dead. Walking Dead had a safety on it, and we still got some pretty intense things at times. But this is a pretty intense show.
I would say the Joel scene is their equivalent to when Negan showed up.
Yeah, I was hoping that we had this for a couple seasons, and I don't think we're going to get that, right? We're not going to be in this for 7 seasons or 5 seasons.
Honestly, I don't know. I mean, how many? There's only 2 games, right?
Yeah, and we're in game 2 now.
Yeah, so I don't know.
That doesn't matter. They can do like they did with Game of Thrones and just make their own shit up. But speaking of Negan, if I were Negan, there would have been a whole new cast of The Walking Dead. Like when he had them all kneeled down, none of those fuckers would have walked. I don't know, fucked with them some, I'd have whacked them all, they'd all would have been dead, there'd have been a whole new cast.
Yeah,
there would have been no letting anybody walk away. That's bullshit. That's stupid.
Yeah, that's the thing of like the reality of the walk of post-apocalyptic. I'm not going to let you go to come back and get me. Like this is gonna end right now. So
and it's like, Negan thinks, oh, these guys attacked one of my outposts, killed everybody, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and beat them into submission and then let them go so they can plot against me in the future. That makes perfect sense.
In the, I think is it the spinoff or one of the last seasons?
Yeah, where he explains it.
He tells Maggie like, I should have killed all of you. He's like, I made a mistake, and she's like, oh really? He's like, yeah, I made a mistake. I shouldn't have just killed Glenn. I should have killed all of you because you killed my people. He like brings up the baby's dad and family who was killed. Like, he's like, where do you think Gracie came from? You guys killed her whole family, and that's why, like, you know, I wanted to kill you guys. And so, in my opinion, there's a way you spin that, and Rick is the bad guy, and Negan was not.
100%.
And that's kind of the fun part. So I don't know. I just don't think we're gonna get, because I was fine. I mean, gosh, you could do a whole 5-season arc of this whole city that Joel and all of them are in before Joel gets there. Like how that city came to be and how it became a strong point. And I mean, obviously they're thriving. They have like nice homes. They have stuff. They have kids. I mean, that's a whole thing I would love to delve in. Because obviously the world is, you know, is neat. And we've never gone into the apocalypse this deep. That's what's kind of fun.
Is Joel's brother still alive?
Yeah. I just think
it's
this
like
is neat.
the show about him and the girl.
I would love for us to get back to. I mean, I think Walking Dead ruined it for a lot of people, but I think there's still a. I think there's still a hunger for good, like, for lack of a better word, prepper content. You know what I mean? Like stuff that, like, you know, whether it's, you know, you look back at shows like Walking Dead or Jericho or whatever, right?
Yeah, dystopian stuff is awesome, and everybody loves it because
I mean, just
especially if it's a feasible situation.
Well, because I mean, you know, shows like whether it's, you know, Naked and Afraid or all these, you know, shows where people have to survive some kind of fucking crazy ass stuff that happened, and you know, like there's still a hunger for that type of content. I think Walking Dead just turned a lot of studios away from wanting to make that type of content. I think there's still plenty of audience, and I think this show proves that. And I would love to see a show. I don't know what it would be or what you would do with it or what IP you pull from, or do you make up something new or whatever. I would love to see a take on the whole post-apocalyptic thing from a more realistic perspective, you know, not zombies or fungus zombies or something like that, but you know, I mean, like Jericho was, you know, or like something legitimate and real and something that could totally happen, you know, and put some time and effort into it and take all the lessons that have been learned from, you know, all these reality shows where people go survive in the wilderness and that type of stuff, and try and do a more realistic survival show, you know, like set up a realistic scenario that could happen and follow some characters through. I mean, just the basics, you know, don't worry about zombies or extreme shit or whatever. Like, worry about the legitimate stuff that would happen in a situation like that. But, you know, I mean, there again, how many shows come and go. How many of these reality shows have come and not even come and go? I mean, how many seasons? What season is Naked and Afraid on? Like fucking 21 or some shit like that. Like legitimately,
Naked and Afraid. They have like spin-offs of that shit too, don't they?
yeah, like legitimately,
spin-offs of Survivor and
fucking ever, right? Like, and people will watch that show for I mean, you know, legitimately, you just to watch a handful of people or a couple of people or one person or whatever it is being on the show, just try and survive, right? Like that's it. You know, you don't have to really like, you know, there doesn't have to be some fantasy or sci-fi or horror hook to it. You can literally just like, this is the shit that actually would happen, and this is the shit you would actually be dealing with. You know what I miss was that
Colony. I know what you're talking about.
Colony, yeah, that Colony.
yeah, the Colony.
I would, you know what? We should find that. We should rewatch that in like a sitting, or like we should all and like talk about it, because that was worth. That was such a fun show to watch.
No, it was really, really good. It is. Let's see. It's on the website.
There's 2 seasons, right?
Yep, 2 seasons. It's on the website. And let's see. First season is 10 episodes. Second season is also 10 episodes. Yeah, 10 and 10.
They couldn't put us in there because I'd be making like speakers, and I'd be like, "Yeah, you want to come for the food at night?" I'm like, "Thank you." Like, I wouldn't have been like trying to hit them back with like a stick. I would have been sharpening stuff. I'd have gone all the way, baby. There would have been no chance you're going to steal my can of pears. They all went to sleep, and like a bunch of people came up the stairs and they like stole all their food. I'm like, "Yeah, no, that wouldn't happen. You wouldn't have got it."
All right, let's see. Preston Garvey says, I heard the fungus came from Vault 22.
Oh, yes. Vault 22 is such a horrible vault. It's got the spores and all the fungus people in it. So,
I don't know enough about Fallout to know that shit. I like.
Yep.
I should have played those games more, but like when those games, like I guess it was it 3?
3 came out in 2008.
Or 4?
Came out in.
It's whichever one was like the first really big Fallout game on console, but it came out after Elder Scrolls Oblivion, which I had promised I was never going to play a game like that again because it sucked my life away. So I was like, I can't do it. I can't do it. Like I think I even bought it and started to play, and I was like, no, I can't do this. I have to walk away.
I would tell you that Vegas is one of the best games ever made, and it's definitely worth your time, in my opinion.
I don't have that kind of time anymore, dude.
I know you don't, but I'm telling you, it's fun. So
I wish I did, but I just don't have that kind of time. I don't know. So anyway, but what else has happened in the world lately? I mean, other than the Pope dying and people pissed off about tariffs and everybody pissed off about Trump, is there any like entertaining news going on in the world? Because I haven't heard any actual entertaining news.
I don't have anything.
Yeah, I haven't heard of anything. You know what's funny? Like I say, this is funny. It's not funny, but what's the? I don't even know. Like I keep hearing references to the names of these people. I guess the kid who got off for killing another kid.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I haven't even looked into this story because it just looks like something that's going to piss me off.
Yeah, so what happened is they're at a track meet, and under the tent.
Duke, you're in and out.
Go ahead. Tell them the story. Go ahead, tell them the story.
Go ahead,
tell them the story.
No. What?
Oh, he left.
Oh, okay.
Probably trying to fix his mic. Yeah, I don't even know the story. So I just keep seeing all these memes pop up about it, and I'm like,
talking, but I was muted. Sorry, I was going to try and tell you the story.
Okay.
All right, so like they're at a track meet. This Carmelo kid, he ended up coming on the school campus with a knife. He wasn't even supposed to be there. He was sitting in some kind of like reserve seating or something. The other kid who got stabbed, showed up. I can't remember his name. Showed up, said, "Hey, you need to move. You can't be here." He's like, "Touch me and find out." Carmelo kid said, like, "Touch me and find out." So the one kid tried to move him. Carmelo stabbed him, and he died. And now he's trying to say it was self-defense.
but he was at a school event with a knife.
Yeah, he was at a school event with a knife, and it wasn't even his school. Or if it was a school event, he wasn't even supposed to be there. I think some things are saying that he was supposed to be at his school, which he wasn't. Either way, everybody ditched, whatever. But he showed up. The guy pretty much said, "Fuck around and find out." The guy fucked around, got stabbed, found out. Now they're trying to say it's self-defense. And, I mean, the shitty things he's done, that kid who got killed, his family, because of all this crap going on, they swatted him. They swatted the family. They called in the police to go, like, do the whole SWAT thing to the family while they're suffering about their kid dying because some guy stabbed them. So, I don't know. That's what I'm hearing. I don't know if that's the whole truth, but that's everything I've picked up so far.
Well, I mean, it happened in Texas, so I can tell you this: if a kid brought a weapon to a fucking school event, then I can tell you he's not going to get away with it. They're gonna say that was premeditated. And what I mean by that is they're going to say it was premeditated, not necessarily that he had a victim in mind, but it's, first of all,
that he's planning on doing something to somebody.
In Texas, it is illegal to bring any weapons to any school event. So he fucked up there. So,
and then also there was there's the fact that I guess, they're saying he used unreasonable force for what he's claiming as self-defense. Stabbing somebody to death for grabbing your arm and trying to move you is not justifiable.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Like, it's trying to make it a race thing, so I refuse to try to.
Well, I mean, it doesn't sound like a race thing. It just sounds like one kid fucking went to a school event and stabbed another fucking kid. And like,
but they're making it a race thing.
Regardless of what the race is, what race of people it was, like, one kid fucked up, like, and killed another kid, clearly when it wasn't justified. So, like, sorry.
The whole situation's a fucked up situation. Either way, two kids' lives are going to be ruined over this. One's dead, and the other one's going to be most likely thrown into fucking prison. And, with probably no chance of rehabilitation, I guess.
And I saw somewhere he was like, was it like you were saying, it was either wasn't his school or something was going on. Like, he wasn't supposed to be there, right? Like,
he wasn't supposed to be there. He was supposed to be somewhere else, so he was probably ditching or whatever.
But I mean, like,
he was also sitting in a reserved area where he shouldn't have been. Even if he was supposed to be at the trap meet, he was in an area he should have been in at the trap meet. So.
Yeah. I thought I remember seeing somewhere he was supposed to. There was something going on where he was like not supposed to be there. Like, I don't know if he was like in trouble or like something was going on. If somebody posted something and he was not, like, he wasn't allowed at on school grounds or some shit. I can't remember what it was, but I mean, either way, he would have had a better argument had he just gotten into a fist fight and, like, I don't know, pushed the kid and the kid fell and hit his head and died, than bringing a knife to a school event.
Do you ever watch JD DeLay?
I don't know who that is. So
he's a reformed felon. He does like outreach, fixes people with addiction problems, but he's still got a lot of convict in him. In fact, he's got a line of clothing called convict clothing. But yeah, he called him out. He said he blamed it on the family for raising the kid to be a bunch of pussies because the kid should have just thrown hands and not been a bitch and pulled out a knife. Those are his words, not mine. I'm just saying. But yeah,
I don't know the situation. However, having been a kid in Texas who went to school and got into fucking fights, yeah, I mean, I don't see any flaw in that logic.
But I think it was 2 against 1, right? Because they were twin brothers, right? His brother was with him.
That I don't know. I just heard it was the one dude who got stabbed went up to move him, like, get out of this, or you're not supposed to be here.
Right.
Now, granted, I'm short speaking. I'm not quoting anything.
Yeah.
Like I said, Carmelo said, fuck around, find out. Fuck around, he found out. Cost him his life.
Yeah.
Right, wrong, or indifferent, that is the result.
Well, we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm not going to sit there and make like a huge deal about it because literally, like, I'm sorry. I mean, since I was a kid, I mean, I know this happened in like the area of Texas I grew up in. Like, fucking kids getting shot and stabbed was not something like it happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it wasn't an unusual event.
Like, honestly, let's be real legitimate here. Like, this 20, 30 years ago, this would not have made national news. It just wouldn't. This would not have been national news 20, 30 years ago. And I think the only reason it is national news now is because it was a white kid and a black kid. And they can make the racist thing.
Yep. That's the only reason. And this is the part that sickens me, man. They just everybody trying to start some type of race war.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what they fucking do. I mean, it's the new way to get people motivated, right? Like, it can't just be 2 kids fucking got into some shit and,
crazy stuff happened.
Because that, I mean, like, and again, I'm not saying that makes that, like, I'm not saying it's not a big deal. Right. Somebody died. Like, it is a big deal. But why is the race thing being played up? And why is this a national news story? Like, there's kids dying all over the fucking place, like, for various reasons.
Look at South Chicago. South
I'm just saying, like,
every day, every night.
It's not like 2 kids getting into a fight and one kills the other at some sort of fucking high school event. Like, it's not like that's something that isn't happening in other places as well. So why is this one a national story? Well, it's a national story because one of the kids was white and one of the kids was black, and you can use that to make a fucking national story about it because it pushes politics. That's why.
The only reason. And they want people to kill more of each other because of that.
Oh yeah.
So then that could make the news.
Well, as we've talked about many times, the whole concept of divide and conquer is very real, and unfortunately, it does work. And that's what they want. And if they can get people to divide for any fucking reason, in this case, racially, to where you get 2 groups of people that start disliking each other and will never fucking agree on anything, and you just be like, oh, I hate those people. Oh no, I hate those people. Then you won.
People are falling for it. I have people on my personal Facebook account that's falling for this shit. Like, I didn't even say anything. I was like, oh, fucking NPCs.
Yeah,
you all are NPCs.
Well, unfortunately, it fucking works. It's one thing to, like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess to an extent, there's a point at which these divides in society make sense on an ideological level, right? Like if you've got a group of people who ideologically what they want can destroy a society. Okay, I understand why we talk about that. You know what I mean? Like, that makes sense. It has nothing to do with race. Because clearly this I mean, unless one of these two kids fucking was yelling out fucking racial shit to the other when this was going down, then this is not a racial issue, right? What happened had nothing to do with race. Like, I've not seen anything reported on this story showing that there was any racial component to this happening. I've not seen anything reported that the fucking white kid was yelling racist shit at the black kid, or vice versa.
They'll probably make that up.
Or that anything that happened there, or the confrontation, or anything. I've not seen anything reported that anything had to do with race in this. So why is that even talked about? Like I said, I'm not saying it's a good situation. I'm not saying that fucking like, oh, this we should just fucking ignore it because it's absolutely normal for two kids to get into a fight and one of them ends up dead or whatever. I'm just saying 20, 30 years ago, this would not have made national news because, unfortunately, in a society, especially one where fucking politicians spend their whole time getting people to fucking hate each other, this shit happens every fucking day. Every fucking day. Fucked up shit like this happens.
Paying attention to them.
People are getting murdered in this country for stupid ass fucking reasons every fucking day in this country.
And I saw a video of some people talking about this case, and this one woman brought up, she was like, remember what Kyle Rittenhouse did when he shot 3 black people?
Oh, I saw
they
that.
Still saying that.
Yeah. I saw one
still saying that.
Where they were doing what was it? It was some meeting. They were talking specifically about this case, and they brought up Kyle Rittenhouse and the lady. It was like some Zoom meeting or something, like some fucking, I don't know, some like journalist Zoom meeting, and she specifically said something about Kyle Rittenhouse shooting 3 black people in the back.
Yes.
Like, first of all, he didn't shoot anybody in the back, and second, none of the people he shot was black, and you clearly don't know shit, or you're just trying to stir shit up. I don't know which it is. You're a fucking idiot.
What's that one?
Or you're intentionally, like, you're lying. Like, Dude, there was a whole fucking trial about it. Anybody at this point who doesn't know that he didn't kill anybody or shoot anybody or even fucking point a gun at anybody that was black is a fucking retarded ass moron.
See,
or you're just
therein lies the problem. It's the people who listen to those people fucking just take them at their word, man. They don't do any research. They don't want to be put out to actually have to do any research. They just want to hear sound bites and go, oh, that's the gospel.
I guess. I don't fucking know.
And there's people watching it going, yeah, sure did.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my God.
I saw that Kyle Rittenhouse was tweeting shit out about it. I forget what he said, but he tweeted something out about this. He's like, oh, they're all on this dude's side. Where were they 3-4 years ago or whatever the fuck it was when I was fucking fighting for my life in court? Like, I was like, okay. But
another screwed up thing I heard is that the other side, people that are going against the common little kid, they're all trying to say that, they rose they raised $500,000, and then because they had to move and relocate because they were getting death threats and stuff, and then people assumed that they had moved into like a $900,000 house, but it turns out it was actually the basketball player Carmelo Anthony's house. It wasn't the house that they moved to get away from all the death threats. So I mean, there's bogus bullshit coming in on both sides.
Yeah. Well, of course there is. There always is. Because both sides jump on it. So, I don't know. Don't you love the world we live in?
Yes.
It's great.
Mars is sounding good.
Where I live, this
Mars
is the only
really
shit I
sounding
hear about.
good.
I don't know if Elon can go ahead and get there and start terraforming so we can get some oxygen there. I don't mind a red sky or whatever the fuck it looks like. I don't know. What
And
color
with
is
three
It'd be
titties.
something new.
it? 3 titty women? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's always not bad. I mean, well, not always, but you know.
Yeah.
Until one day, you know, there's that whole Earth and Mars war, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we'll be long gone by then, but you know.
Which will fucking happen.
Yes.
Like if we go populate Mars, then in 100 years there will be a Martian Earth war.
Yeah.
Crap, it was Earth, Mars, and what was the other one? The miners.
Yeah.
Who were they?
What were they called?
talked all-
The Belters. The Belters.
Belters, yeah, the Belters.
It will
I'd
happen.
be a Belter.
You just want to be a belter because they're the ones that didn't have back problems because they live in like fucking minus whatever gravity.
Right.
Yeah, that's about it, you know.
But then you can never go to Earth.
Well, I mean, I've seen what's here. Yeah.
Right. That's true. Yeah.
I know they couldn't do that in the TV show. For people wondering, we're talking about The Expanse, but they couldn't do it in the TV show. But like in the books, all the belters were like fucking 7 feet tall. They're like because they had lived their entire lives in space, so they fucking no gravity and shit. So they fucking were like really tall, usually tall, very thin motherfuckers. That look they were in a, like the I can't remember exactly how the book describes them, but it's like you knew who was a belter by looking at them.
Hey, I tell you what, I got plenty of building material here. I could be 10, 14 feet tall. I mean,
Just stretch you out, man. Yeah. But like they can't do that in the show because you know there's only so many of those people around. But anyway. So what else, audience? What do y'all have out there for us?
John Cena won his 17th belt. Beat Cody Rhodes.
good for John. I mean, did he have to use a walker to get out there? Or nah, he's still in pretty good shape. I ain't gonna mess with him. Kick my ass.
I don't know. I don't really do the whole wrestling thing. So it's not. I don't know. I liked it when I was a kid. You know, I watched wrestling and stuff when I was a kid, but
It's just a violent soap opera. You know, kind of like The Walking Dead or Z Nation or, you know, whatever.
I mean,
That's another thing I like about The Last of Us is they're not trying to do a billion things like The Walking Dead ended up doing. As of right now, they're keeping the story simple.
I mean, like it's WrestleMania. It's just like watching the Super Bowl. You might not really care about football, but you watch anyway.
yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
Yeah, you pick a side and you go for it because why not? It's fun and there's generally like food and booze involved.
Yep.
Yeah. So who do we want to send JD Vance to go visit next? I've seen all those
It was
fucking
the Pope out the way, yeah.
Yeah, the Pope.
Yeah.
They'll send him to visit Hillary Clinton.
He might not come back from that one.
Yeah, that one might be a struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a struggle right there.
He might accidentally shoot himself 6 times in the back of the head and suicide himself,
And then drag himself across the street. Like that one dude.
And make sure they left,
What was
leave
that
the
guy's
trees and
I forget what was that dude's name, but they said he got robbed, but he was found with all his shit. He was shot multiple times in the back. And then there was the other dude who they found evident. They said he killed himself by shooting himself twice in the back of the head, but they found where he did it, but his body was like across the street. It was like, oh, he shot himself twice in the back of the head, then drug himself across the street. What? Like there were like weird ass fucking shit, man.
And I think it was that one guy who crashed his car into like a tree, but they found the engine on like the other side of the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
And like an unusual amount of people that knew the Clintons have died in plane crashes. Like a truly abnormal amount of people. And I get the Clintons know a lot of people. Like they know way more people than your average US citizen. But like it's a lot. It's like dozens of people that they personally knew died in plane crashes. So just weird, odd stuff. So
as a matter of fact, if you're a scientist trying to cure cancer, you should never take a plane anyway.
You really shouldn't. No.
Take a boat, a train,
I don't know. I would just.
See, the problem is you're more likely to die driving than you are flying, no matter what anybody says.
But not
with the passengers on the plane.
A cancer doctor, though.
Right? Yeah. And I'm just talking about saving the lives of the people on the plane, of the other passengers.
Yeah. Yeah. Just maybe that should be one of those things. You know what I mean? Like if you're a cancer doctor or a researcher who's trying to cure a particular disease, like you have to, like every other passenger on the plane needs to know that before they get on, and they have to have the option to switch planes.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And they gotta have like little, things in there like, oh yeah, there's a cancer doctor here. He's doing okay. He's not the greatest. Okay, I feel safe to fly. I'm gonna go ahead and go. Then there's this. Oh, we got a really good one. He's a really good one.
He's like on the next flight. He's like on the cusp of a breakthrough. It's like, oh, I'm not taking that fucking plane.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll just pull a Final Destination. If it's my time to go. Something else to get me, like a log truck or something.
I was totally like, this was like 2 weeks ago. And I took a picture of it and sent it to my wife. I totally fucking was pulling off the highway on the way home. And there was a fucking log truck in front of me. And I took a fucking picture of it and sent it to my wife. And I said, tell the children I love them.
I would have to pull over. Like, if it was on the highway, like that.
Dude, I got around that motherfucker as quick as I could. I didn't want to be behind him. As soon as we got off the highway and I was at the end of the ramp to turn onto one of the roads to go into the town I live in. And as soon as I made that turn, dude, I fucking sped my ass around that motherfucker and got in front of him. Like, nope. I'm not driving behind that big bitch.
Man, I remember back in the day when cars used to have hubcaps, and like you could be walking on the sidewalk and one would fly off.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Fuck yeah, I remember that shit.
It like nearly hit you. Yeah, like god damn.
I remember when hubcaps were just like fucking everywhere.
Yes.
Hey, you literally just pick them up off the side of the road and sell them at a swap meet. Somebody's probably missing one. Yep. You might
I don't know if y'all can see that.
Back.
That's the picture I took. I was like 3 or 4 cars behind him. And I was like, nope. Fuck this shit. I'm getting around that.
You had a buffer.
Yeah, but still. I'm not taking no chances. I
I don't feel bad. I'm the same way. Every time I see a truck and I'm on the freeway or whatever, and I see a log truck or whatever, wherever I see a log truck, I'm getting away from it quick, you know. And it's stupid because it was just a movie. And I mean, pretty sure if you looked it up.
No, I don't think it's stupid. I think you should trust that. You trust your gut in situations like that, even if it seems stupid and ridiculous. Hey, man, at least you still get home okay. That's all I'm saying.
Yep.
What does it hurt you to fucking pay attention to that shit? You know what I mean? It don't hurt.
Nope.
So, anyway. Oh, I was reading a story the other day that, and who knows, because we've been talking about this shit. Dude, since I've been on YouTube, scientists have been talking about this shit. But there was a new article that came out that I was reading. I can't remember. I want to say it was like some fucking, like Yahoo News article or something. And it was a group of scientists that had come together talking about that there's a study that was done over the course of like 5 years, and it was a bunch of fucking scientists and geologists and all this shit, and they're studying volcanoes and all this stuff and magma flows and everything, and they're showing there's that right now at several hot spots around the planet. There's what they're calling rapid magma movement.
Nice.
Around some dormant and some non-dormant, what they call supervolcanoes. So stuff like Yellowstone, right? And some are dormant, right? Like we know they were at one point a supervolcano, but they haven't, you know, they show no signs of activity. But so I guess there's, and again, I'm not a fucking geologist or volcano scientist or whatever the fuck they're called, but I guess you can still have an amount of like magma and things going on around a volcano without it technically being active. It can still be considered dormant, but then once it hits like a certain point, you're like, oh shit. So they've been doing these studies for 5 years, which I'm sure it's been longer than 5 years, but the article I was reading was talking about, you know, this 5-year study. But I'm sure they took data from, you know, more than just 5 years ago. How about like, you know, some dormant and some non-dormant. Like Yellowstone is not considered dormant. Like it's technically. Am I freezing?
Not to me.
Okay. Like Yellowstone's like not dormant. It's not active, but it's not considered technically a dormant volcano because it still has active lava and shit and whatever and all this stuff. And then there's some that are, you know, whatever. There was like one, I swear to God, it was like called Stromboli or some shit like that. I probably read it wrong because I know Stromboli is like fucking food, but I swear there was this one that they called the Stromboli volcano. So I can't remember. If somebody knows what I'm talking about, please correct me, because I swear to God, when I was reading this article, it said Stromboli. I think it was like in Italy or some shit like that, and that was one of the ones that they were studying. That they were like, oh, this one's like, you know, fucking showing signs and all the shit. Anyway, again, like, look, how many movies have been written on the super volcano shit and fucking end of the world shit and this and that, whatever else, and like they've been talking about we're overdue for, you know, a large eruption at least one super volcano. You know, we're like overdue by, what is it, like several thousand years overdue.
But I got
Again, based on what we think we know about how often these volcanoes are supposed to pop off. But then again, like the other side of that is, like they base that shit on, like, so if you have if you're not exactly sure, which they're not exactly sure how long it took the planet to form, right? So they're basing it on like, okay, well, we know they've popped off every X amount of years or whatever that is. But that also could be based on the fact that the planet was still unstable when that was happening, and maybe it's not unstable anymore. So it's a lot of fucking guesswork bullshit, to be honest. But it makes for a good story. So, you know.
And of course, they also say we're way overdue for a magnetic pole shift too.
Well, a severe magnetic pole shift, yes, because
yes.
Poles are already. The poles have shifted. What I forget what it is.
They're constantly moving. The poles.
Yeah, it's like several, like 30 feet a year or some shit like that. I can't remember.
And here's a wild, crazy idea. With the weather changing in different areas, might have something to do with the North Pole keeps moving.
It could.
But,
I wonder what would actually happen. Like, because
that's what the movie Waterworld was based on, like a full polar shift.
Yeah,
north goes up, south goes down, or whatever. I don't know how to say it backwards.
I mean, it's not really up and down, but like, yeah. Pole shift, but like, because I mean,
the
evidence that we have, the evidence.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, because the evidence we have that that shows that the last time an actual pole reversal happened, right? Like human beings, as far as we know, weren't here.
Yeah.
So like we don't really know. It's one of those things. We don't really know what the fuck would happen. Like we weren't here. Like we can try and take our best guess based on any sort of geological and ice core samples and things like that of what would happen. You know what I mean?
They based it on like if I remember correctly, it's like core samples from the seabed floor, where they can show like a full reversal of the magnetic shifts poles. But like I said, no human being was alive at the time, so
yeah. Well, I saw one, and I have no idea of the legitimacy of this, but I saw one scientist talking about that he speculated that there was some sort of pole shift since human beings have been here.
Oh yeah, it's like we were talking about earlier. Always moving, but not.
Well, I mean, but he's like it was not a full pole reversal, but we did have at least one. This is his theory, so who knows if it's even true. But we did have one major pole shift since human beings have been on this planet, and that was what caused the flood. Which, by the way, for people that are like, oh, the flood is just a biblical story. No, it's not. Like, there's evidence. First of all, it's in every ancient human race's mythology.
Yes. That
the flood happened. And there is tons of fucking physical evidence that the flood did happen. So regardless of whether or not you're religious, it doesn't matter. It did fucking happen. At some point in time, for some fucking reason, the vast majorities of the earth were flooded. Yeah. And this scientist that I remember this, so I watched this years ago. His speculation, his theory was that the reason that happened was major tectonic plate shift, major volcanic under ocean volcanic activity that was all caused by a major pole shift. Like the poles had shifted fairly suddenly and caused a lot of tectonic shifting and damage, and that's why we got the floods.
I think we mentioned Waterworld. That was the basis of what happened to the planet there, but wasn't it also like that popcorn movie 2012, the disaster movie, the pole shifted?
That was no, that wasn't pole shift.
The core got molten, but
yeah, like the core, did it stop moving or some shit?
I think it flipped.
Was that what it was? I haven't watched that movie in a while. Maybe that's what it was.
You talking about the movie Core?
No,
not about the movie The Core.
No.
Where they have to take that.
No.
It's the
No, the 2012
Cusack movie where
2012 was a similar. It had something to do with the core of the Earth. It was very similar to the core.
so
2012, the core of the Earth was like
eating up the core of the planet, and I think it's causing the pole shift.
Yeah, something like
It's
that.
becoming more molten.
Well, I mean, okay.
the reason why they
we
did
got
2012
tons-
is based
go ahead,
on like
sorry.
the Aztec calendar ending in 2012, and everybody's like, "Oh, the world's going to end!" So they had to do the disaster movie. It's just
Yeah, I think it was called 2012 too.
Let me get this super chat here. Calhoun says, read my last chat, also Bologna volcano. To which his last chat was, just let me know when the Italian lasagna or spaghetti volcano are getting ready to erupt. I might need to book travel. No, I'm telling you. Somebody, I swear to God, it said Stromboli. So it had to be a word very similar to the word Stromboli, because that's what's sticking in my head. Is there a Stromboli volcano? I'm going to look this up. Is there a Stromboli volcano?
Well, the whole thing with the pole shifting, it makes sense. I mean, okay, when we have tectonic plates.
Yes, there is, motherfucker. I was right. There is a Stromboli volcano on the Isle of Stromboli. So everybody
There
goes
you go.
It was Stromboli.
I said it might have been called the Stromboli volcano.
Yes.
I agreed with you. But yeah, with all those tectonic plates.
How about all the people in the chat who are giving me shit?
let's see.
It's called Stromboli.
It does sound.
Oh.
These
sounds fun.
ancient people are like, all that glowing red stuff would, we should bake that into the pizza.
Maybe. Really got the idea for pasta sauce. There you go.
Anyway, the pole shift makes perfect sense. Actually, we got all the tectonic plate. The continents are flowing away from each other. They used to be all one giant thing, so you're messing with the center of gravity as the spin. Plus, it's on an axis and it's spinning all the time. And so, yeah, it makes sense. And eventually, the North and South Pole will become the equator, and the equator will become North and South Pole.
But I don't know, man, because that maybe that's what caused the flood. Who knows? And then what was the
Africa had all sorts of the deserts of Africa were actually riverbeds and shit like that, or at least
because they found they found again, there's tons of evidence that the flood actually totally did happen, but they found ocean life, like they found it spread all across Western and Northern Africa, like just completely, fossils and all kinds of things showing that, and the stuff that you can only see from fucking space and satellite and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like where you can actually see, if you're on the ground, you don't see it because it's too big and too far apart, but you can see this swash, essentially is what it looks like, cut through the fucking landscape from the Atlantic Ocean all the way up across, and it just looks like a fucking swath of fucking water just went across the entire fucking continent. And through that swath they found all these Atlantic Ocean aquatic fossils. I mean, it's just one of the many fucking pieces of proof they've fucking found.
Wait a minute. So what you're saying is climate change was actually happening before man?
Yes.
What? That can't be right.
Totally true. It is.
You're muted.
And I still maintain
that's the dumbest thing ever. It's climate change, really?
And I still maintain that if Atlantis was real, it was in the Sahara Desert. I still maintain that. I know some people disagree. I don't care.
I always pictured it off Pompeii and stuff because of the ruins underneath in the ocean.
The most
and all that.
The area on the planet that we can actually see that it 100% Plato's. It 100% fucking represents Plato's description. Is the eye of the desert, the eye of the Sahara. It's the same size. It's concentric rings. We know that it was connected to the ocean at one point, like all that shit. And never in any historical textbooks, Plato or otherwise, did it ever describe fucking Atlantis as an island. It was never actually called an island. So people keep saying it was an island. It was an island. It was an island. It was never called an island. It said it was concentric rings surrounded by water, which is exactly what the eye of the eye of the Sahara would be if there were water in that part of the world, which we know there was at one point. Because again, we found fossils and things, and we found ocean and not just the kind that would have come in like what we were talking about earlier with a flood, right? We found deep fucking deposits of fucking ocean salt in I think it's in Mauritania. So we know that place was submerged under the ocean at one point. So
how deep was it?
Oh, so deep. So fucking deep.
Ooh.
Anyway,
that's deep.
Yeah. Very deep.
Okay.
But anyway, I don't know how the fuck we get on this. Oh, we were talking about volcanoes, which led to pole shifts, which led to fucking the flood, and now we're talking about Atlantis. How do we get on these fucking ass conversations?
Because of you, man. Because of you. You brought something up and it just went.
I learned it by watching you.
Well, here's one way we get on this topic. We're part of the generation that we're actually like History Channel and stuff actually told actual factual, like historical stuff.
Yeah.
We actually know stuff. It's not just hunting Bigfoot or some kind of weird ass reality show.
Anybody in here believe in Bigfoot?
No.
I personally don't.
I'm not saying there isn't a Bigfoot. I'm just saying somebody probably would have found it.
Honestly, like Bigfoot is one of those things that like there's not any actual evidence of unless you consider a handful. Literally, there's only a handful that can even on any level even be debated. A handful of fucking old ass fucking videos that literally could just be a dude in a suit.
Yeah.
So I hold out 5% that is real.
Other than that, there's never been any bones or fucking there's been no physical evidence that Bigfoot actually exists, actually found.
Pat, do you believe in aliens?
Do I believe in aliens? Oh yeah, 100%. The universe is way too big for there not to be other life. Do I believe that that there is aliens out there that have fucking reached a level of technology that they've actually like fucking come here and shit like that? I don't know. Maybe not. I don't necessarily believe it or disbelieve it. Sure, it could happen. But the idea that the universe is as big as it is and there's not other like sentient, intelligent life out there, that's unbelievable to me.
That's kind of
you are correct on that. People just say, and I'm right there with you too. If like, even if they had the ability to travel vast interstellar space, why the hell would they come here? And
why would they fucking come here? It doesn't.
Hey, they might like probing people. Who knows? Shit.
I'm just saying, Sasquatch are aliens. Just saying. 2 minutes.
I'm not saying
all I know is it's a real and you get a trunk with you.
I'm not saying it couldn't happen. I'm just saying the likelihood of it happening is probably fairly low. However, the likelihood of there not being any other fucking sentient, intelligent life in the galaxy is even lower. Because of course there is. The galaxy, the universe is way too fucking big. Way too fucking big.
The universe is huge. There's
I'm just saying.
solar systems out there, each with its own sun. There's got to be a planet at a right distance to where life can grow or whatever, and each one of those, at least, would be my guess. Even if only half of them, that's a lot.
Dude, even if like only 0.00001% of them had any level of life on it, it would still it's still astronomically likely that there is other life.
Well, seeing how basically we're aliens, because microbes from outer space on meteorites is basically how life formed, crashing on the planet, because you wouldn't have life on Earth if not for foreign contaminations. Because what was Earth before it was Earth? It was two asteroids that smashed together into a giant molten ball that formed into the Earth. Nothing would have lived on that. Stuff had to crash on the planet and create.
The only life that existed before our universe was created and has been around forever is, of course, Galactus. But yeah, that's beside the point.
Well, I'm just saying, just bring it to a like a small level. I mean, imagine if we had space travel. So of course, people would be going around different planets, fucking with shit, or being bored. Like, oh, let me go look at this species and see what they gonna do. Or
here's
something.
one with all the like in quotes aliens people see. Maybe they're not aliens. Maybe they're like our distant ancestors that travel back in time to see what their primitive monkey ancestors were doing.
They creepy looking.
The other theory is that quote unquote aliens came from here hundreds of thousands of years ago, maybe longer. Like again, this stuff's interesting to talk about, but like we know, especially with like recent discoveries in Egypt and things like that, like we know there's just way too many fucking questions about like ancient structures and things like that, whether it's the pyramids or pick your poison, right? Like that we don't understand how they were made. There's no actual documentation from the time that they were made. It's just a lot of passed down myth and legend that we buy into about like somebody saying some king did this, some king did that, but no actual evidence from that period of time, right? So what if aliens are just a species that left our planet a long ass fucking time ago because they were an advanced race, they had evolved and advanced long before humans did, and at some point they just fucking left, and they occasionally come back and check on us?
No, you said that. I think it's one of like that ancient alien show. It's like they talk about one of the ancient theories, like humans were basically like kind of like a labor race.
Yeah,
and left.
Yeah, very
I'm fine with
Stargate.
that.
So, anyway, just yet another weird fucking ass theory. I'm just saying, there's a lot of weird shit as far like I mean I assume at this point everybody has seen the deep earth like sonogram fucking whatever the fuck they call it of under the fucking pyramids now. That was from what, a month or two ago, where they found those fucking pillars and shit like under the like, it's like, okay, and there's literally no way, like, as deep as those things go down, which is what, I forget what it is. It's like 1 3/4 of a mile deep or some shit like that. Like we would not, like with modern technology, we could maybe do that shit. Maybe. But it would take fucking forever. And it would be incredibly labor intensive. There's no way that humans at the time the pyramids were built could have done that. Like, there's just not. We don't even know how the fuck they built the pyramids themselves above ground, much less sunk these huge fucking, 1 3/4 deep fucking pillars into the earth. That, you know what I mean?
We're looking at the pyramids that way by looking at the world of today or in our future. We don't know what the world actually is, because it's like earlier mentioned, in Egypt they were growing all sorts of crops in lush green fields, and now it's not so much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so
You are right about that one.
I mean, the landscape could have been way different.
You got a super chat. It's a good one too.
Oh, Tara says, what if we originated on Mars or somewhere else, rebuilt civilization here after many cataclysms, we lost our history? That's cool. And that's also like, oh, fuck. This sounds really fucking familiar. Like I've seen a movie about that. Maybe I'm thinking of, oh, you know what I'm thinking of? Wait. I think I'm thinking of John Carter of Mars, Princess of Mars. Like, wasn't that part of the story that, like, I can't remember which way it went, but, like, I think Mars was colonized, or Mars had life first, and then it's, you know, what they call Barsoom, and then at some point, the planet started to change, and we went to Earth and started over or some shit like that. There's a fucking story or movie or book or something about that like life actually started on Mars first. There may be several stories out there about that. I can't remember what it is, but life started on Mars first, and then the planet went through like some sort of major like pole shift or something, and it became unlivable. But technology was to the point that people were able to escape, and they came to Earth, and then somehow like forgot their history and all that shit, and you know, nobody remembers that actually happened. So I can't remember. That's from something. There's like a book or movie or something where that's, or there may be several. Again, like I said, I don't remember, because that sounds really familiar. I've seen that somewhere before.
Well, speaking of Mars, you don't hear them talk about that much more, especially with the talks of wanting to get people to Mars now. One of the things when TV used to have intelligent thought programs, they were talking about one of the ways they could actually make Mars habitable, like is bioengineer like a type of algae that could actually grow and spread on top of the surface of Mars and create oxygen. And it would take a while to start terraforming the planet.
Yeah, like the bugs from Red Planet.
Yeah, but that's
But
actually
for real?
It's actually feasible for them to do, but they just quit talking about it. But now they're focusing more on Mars. Like, hey, maybe you should be trying to do that. We can bring back our wolves.
We'll start with the algae and the urine concrete. Everybody remember the urine concrete? Y'all remember that?
Yep.
That was the fucking thing that they were talking about. Of course, they were talking about it from the perspective of like building structures on the moon. They were gonna they figured out that they can, if they refine moon dust, you can mix it with urine and make concrete, like solid, strong concrete. So all you have to do really is provide, as long as you provide water to people that are there, like let's say you set up a, like fucking For All Mankind, right? You set up a moon base, and as long as you've got water for people and you harvest everybody's piss, then that can be used to make fucking concrete when mixed with refined moon dust.
I mean, I'm not surprised. We found what was it called? Roman concrete? I think we found the fucking secret to that not too long ago.
Well, that's one of the plans too for making like structures, like you said too. With you could actually, the way things are getting automated now, they have these machines that can 3D print houses with concrete.
Yeah.
You could actually send unmanned teams or limited man teams and start building this shit. These structures.
You got me thinking like those RTS games when you throw in the machine, it starts building.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me catch these super chats here. Calhoun says, read my last chat, factual history. He says, we all know the ancients created the stargates and spread humans throughout the galaxy. Then the Goa'uld came and enslaved humans to build the pyramids. It's true.
Yep.
It's true. It's 100%.
So I guess the pyramids are giant houses?
They're landing pads.
Yep.
Pyramids are giant houses that just got everybody to go pee on the walls and throw dirt in there. And then that's how they built the pyramids?
Yes. Exactly how they did it.
they had the Space Marines build them.
Yep. Tara says, to play on the idea of previous organic materials on Mars, what if we found oil or a mineral just as valuable or more valuable? Oh, dude, we'd totally be there. We need to spread democracy to Mars.
Yes,
easily.
That's the whole the plot of Avatar, the unobtainium,
stupidest fucking name in the.
I mean, technically, there's a.
I cannot believe they named the fucking material unobtainium.
God damn it!
That's like. No, I was gonna say technically there's a planet far away made out of nothing but drinking alcohol. So I'm pretty sure somebody would maybe get there quickly if they can
right.
space explore.
There you go. That's what happened when the aliens left Mars. They came to Earth and they discovered alcoholic beverages and they got drunk and forgot all their technology.
Yep.
I know which one you going.
Only the potheads survived. Only the potheads survived.
It's back when Family Guy was
getting the munchies and smoking out.
Back when Family Guy was actually funny, they had that used to do funny skits, and they had this what we believe Scotland was like before.
It was Irish.
Super advanced, technological. We create a faster than light propulsion. It's like this guy runs in, hey, O'Malley just discovered this alcoholic beverage, and then as soon as they drink it, they just start fighting with each other.
Yep. That'll work. That's what happened. That's factual history right there.
I'll go with it. Sounds good to me.
We're descendants of the drunken ancestors of the alien races that came to Earth.
We're like the Australia of the universe. They sent all the unruly criminals to Earth, and here we are now.
Well, and that's a legitimately there's a theory out there that humanity or human beings were originally there's several theories out there that we came from another planet, but there is one that we came from another planet that sent the undesirables here, and we started fucking and flourishing. There's a theory out there about that shit. So
that's impossible.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
I mean, there are 3 things humans like to do: drink, fight, and fuck. So
yep.
Fighting and fucking.
Oh, speaking of aliens, have y'all seen the new trailer for fucking Predator Badlands?
You mean the Predator that looked like got missing chromosomes?
I don't know about that, but the Predator with a fucking with dreadlocks and a ponytail, and
you saw the face of it, right?
I mean, I watched it. I don't know. I don't remember him looking like he had the downs, but.
Watch. Just pull a picture of that one and pull a picture of the other one. You'll see.
Calhoun's Earth equals Space Australia. Yep.
Space Australia. I mean, it's a good theory. It's a solid theory.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say too. Calhoun said, the Moon Titan has seas and lakes and methane, so many hydrocarbons and natural gas. It is a more viable colonizing style or terraforming planet than Mars.
Well, yeah, because we could. There's so many resources there.
Yeah,
it would be harder to
get there,
actually colonize the planet, because either one, you can't just fucking go there and live there, right? You have to set up, you know what I mean? But with Mars, we can at least kind of land on the planet and you can walk around as long as you got a spacesuit on. You can't really do that on Titan. However, it would be way more worth it to go through the trouble of figuring out how to do it on Titan because of the natural resources that we could get there and then use to, whether it's fucking ship back to Earth or fucking just use it to build things there or whatever. It's incredible. It's the most energy resource heavy place that we know of is on Titan.
If well, what they theorize is true with Mars. It could help Mars is that the poles have like frozen ice under the ground.
Yes, there was a documentary about that where like there's this machine they found buried in Mount Olympus or whatever on Mars, and if you have the right handprint and you push the button, it shoves these giant superheated rods into the core, the ice core of Mars, and it evaporates and all the steam comes out, and when the steam comes out, guess what? Now you have an atmosphere. I saw that documentary. It was pretty good.
I think they taught us about that in high school.
Yeah, it's true. Totally true. It happened. I saw it.
Yeah.
Anyway. Ledley says there was an Ancient Aliens episode about the Bible times that claimed either Cain or Abel, when they were a kid, met other humans in a colony.
Well, if you too, like when Cain is cast out, or they had said he would find a mate where he was cast to. So who was that person?
I thought he just fucked his sister.
Cain and Abel, when Cain killed Abel, he was cast from the Garden Eden, and they said,
yeah, he took his sister with him. That he left with his sister, who he had taken as his wife.
I don't remember that part.
Yeah, he married one of his sisters.
No wonder we're inbred retards.
Did they like resettle in West Virginia or something? In Kentucky?
Alabama.
Alabama? Okay.
Yeah. It's all about the Alabama. So.
And that's one of the things people don't get. We're not descended by Adam, fully by Adam and Eve. We're descended by Cain's descendants.
Matt, I sent you a picture of comparison. I mean, you could say he could be like a younger predator, but still look kind of weird looking. Discord message.
Yeah, I can see it because he's more smooth faced.
It almost looked like I thought it was a human looking hybrid or something.
When you add the smooth facedness with the eyes are really set in close, not because they're any different than the other predator, but because it's just way more noticeable when he's much more smooth-faced. And his hair is also the exact opposite of the other one. Like all the other predators have the dreads growing out the side and they're bald on top. He's got bald on the sides with dreads on top.
Yeah. He's got that. There's some people that wear like the dreads and it's shaved off from the side. That's what almost look like it, like that kind of look.
I mean, he looks cooler because of it, but I'm just saying.
I just looked at the picture of the new Fred. It's like, oh, really?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It really throws you off. You're like, what the hell?
It almost looks like the later Mortal Kombat movies, like Cabal or something like that.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about those guys, Cyrax and.
Let's see. Check and see if there's anything interesting in Discord.
His head's tiny. The other one's got huge heads. Even the one they introduced the new in Predator.
Yeah, the newer ones.
There's like 2 new Predator things coming out. There's that movie, and then there's that animated thing coming out this summer. I forget what the fuck that's called.
I forgot that was the animated thing.
The animated I saw the trailer to that a month ago when it came out. That looked really good.
And we got that. I thought that trailer was coming out first. It was that Alien Earth. So we'll see.
Dude, we still haven't gotten a trailer for Alien Earth. I don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah, they did like a teaser, but that don't mean nothing.
Yeah, it was just like it didn't actually show anything. It was like a picture of Earth like coming into the light or some shit. I can't remember what the fuck it was. It was like, yeah,
I'm curious what that's gonna be, because I remember back in the day they did want to make an Alien versus Predator movie based off that one of my favorite beat 'em up games, where it's like, you know, aliens took it over, like, you know, sci-fi Earth and stuff, and the Predators are helping out, but I doubt they're doing anything like that closely.
I don't know the Badlands Predator. I don't know. I find his appearance racist.
Jesus.
It's possible. It could be a good movie. I'm just saying, you know, everybody knows that the Predator looks weird. Apparently, supposed to be a young Predator, so they could go for that. The only thing cool is that sword.
But we've seen juvenile predators before in the original AVP. Those were juvenile predators. They look like regular predators. We don't have. This looks like a human predator hybrid.
Yeah, that's what I said.
It might be. Who knows? I don't know. That trailer didn't really say. It's obviously futuristic. I can't tell what planet it's on. Is that supposed to be Earth? I don't know. But it's like some kind of futuristic, apocalyptic fucking thing, and it looks like. And well, the funny thing about it is, in that movie, it looks like everybody else is trying to kill the predator instead of the other way around.
Oh,
like he's the prey in that fucking movie.
I got how he came to be. They had those predator reserves, like from Predators, and they had a female predator, and one of the bad people they brought in there, like won, and then like when he took the trophy, he's like, nah, I want to clap the predator cheeks.
There you go. I'm gonna fuck me a predator.
It's like
that's what I'm gonna do.
He's like, takes your shirt off, looks like I'm the predator now.
That sounds like something somebody would do.
There's somebody out there that would
got a pretty mouth.
You know, there's some motherfuckers out there that would fuck a predator. I'm just saying, there's some sick people out there. Okay,
it's like
we all work with a couple of them, or we have them in our family. Where you look at him and go, yeah, you would do some fucked up shit.
Tell that predator, you sure do got a pretty mouth.
Sure well, they on the panel right now. There's probably one in the chat right now.
Oh yeah, there's at least one out there in the chat right now that's like, you know what? I'd do it. So
when you need it, we gotta ask him this question.
Man, we've gone down the rabbit hole again.
You got any of them French fried taters?
Yep.
Always comes back to freaky sex shit.
I mean,
every time.
But it does beg the question with the mask on or the mask off.
Hey.
That kind of makes a difference too. You know?
You got to put the bag on.
That might tell you a lot about a person, how they answer that question. So, I'm just saying.
Remember, there is that Dark Horse Comics where that human woman becomes accepted in the clan of the Predators. And
yep, I read that book.
Yep.
What's the funny thing is that new Badlands thing, it seemed like it could be close near that timeline.
All right, let's see. Ghost Shadow says, read previous chat. He says, the aliens gain intellect and knowledge from the host. So what would Alien from Hank Johnson or AOC be like? A fucking retard? That's...
They'd have to put it out its misery because it'd be too stupid.
That's a scary.
See, that's how you defeat them. You gather up all the idiots like AOC, put them out there. Whenever predators land, you just throw them out there.
It was AOC. It'd come out looking like a horse.
Hey, y'all got to stop talking about my wife like that.
Well, I was gonna bring that up. You know, people would fuck AOC if she was an alien. So
she's got horse face.
Let's not.
That don't mean nothing. She ain't that ugly.
Right.
People would actually fuck the damn.
Yeah, everybody got the flaw.
Wait. I give you one better. Remember, people fucked that police girl. Remember the one with the 5 dudes or something? Remember that girl?
Oh yeah.
She ain't that good looking in the face. Yeah.
That's true. She wasn't that good looking in the anywhere, but
yeah, point still stands.
Oh,
you're right. You're right.
People would fuck with Xenomorph if they could.
Yeah. Library Garrett says, "You gonna play the Oblivion remaster in Unreal Engine now too, dude?" I don't have time. I would love to, honestly, because it's been at least more than 15 years since I last played. So, it'd be fun to play again because I don't remember everything about that game. So, I would love to play it again. I don't have time. That game is so all-encompassing and life-engrossing.
Yep, it takes. Yeah.
If you're trying to do everything, if you're just playing the campaign, it's quick.
Yeah, that's what I did when I played Oblivion. I just played the campaign.
Yeah, it was weird because that game was kind of creepy in its own right, but those going to the dungeon and shit. But I played that that new one. It's pretty much I played that new one. It's kind of weird. It's kind of a little off. It's kind of off a little bit, and it's got its own little sort of problems. But if you're a person who's never played Oblivion, you probably be a little bit blown away by the gameplay in some aspects. That's it.
Like with Skyrim, I've never finished Skyrim.
Well, here's the problem with Skyrim too. It's some of those quests are like pre-generated, where Oblivion it's not.
Okay, so what the fuck? Hold on a second. I gotta get
it took me a week for Oblivion. Yeah. And just doing straight story mode. Yeah.
Welcome to.
And one thing I noticed too, they made the game look a little more easier too. What I've played so far.
I think I did finish the DLCs for Oblivion though.
Which one?
Yeah, I did that too. I think all of them, wasn't it? Right. I think I had I think I had a CD that had all the DLCs in it.
Oh, so yeah, that one. Okay, because I remember back in the day, that's when you used to have down DLC. I should get a version of that because I do love Shivering Isles.
All right, so now it's time to play a game called Is It Racist?
Ooh.
George sent this to me on Facebook.
Okay.
Hold on. Let's. That was it. So, is it racist?
All I know is Godzilla needs to calm that fucking ass down.
Always wondering who was under the tail, right?
I don't see the racism.
Okay.
No, I don't see it either.
I didn't say it was. I asked if it was. There's a difference. I didn't say it was racist. I just posed the question. So.
The question is, would this be bestiality?
The question is, some of the Godzillas are female. Is this the male or the female?
I mean, I don't see no dong dangling there, so
no, I don't either. This looks like the female Godzilla.
I say, what if he got the dong retracted? You never know. Right. Hiding inside.
Yeah, probably shoots out like a red rocket.
Yeah.
But it's probably better for combat. So.
But then there's no sack either. I don't see no sack.
Oh man, Butler says that's AOC from the back.
Retractable sack.
Yeah. So you're saying that AOC has a nice ass too? That's basically what you're saying.
I mean, I didn't say that, but
wait a minute.
I'm talking about old man butt reels.
Wait a minute, retractable sack. Would that be Michelle Obama?
Nah, hers doesn't retract.
She's all woman. Now that's
Wayne
racist.
Brady. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, Michelle Obama.
Whoa, man.
All right. Well, this chat has devolved into just absolute dog shit. So it is about time to wrap this one up for tonight.
Good chat.
I will again schedule a chat for Friday night trigger time. Hopefully it will work this time. I don't know if I fucked something up on Friday night or if StreamYard fucked something up.
Oh, you didn't do it yesterday? After the regular one?
No, because I immediately left the toy chat to go get to my other chat. And when I got there, it said it was scheduled with no destinations. And I was like, what? So I tried to schedule it for the Never Enough Ammo channel. And every time I did, it would default and go to the Geek Fusion channel. And I was like, what shit is going on? And so I fucked around with it for 5 or 10 minutes. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to bed because I had to get up and go to work the next morning. So I didn't do a chat Friday. I didn't do the trigger time Friday night because I couldn't figure out what the hell was going on. I think it was StreamYard. Because I've used StreamYard enough to fucking not fuck that up. You know what I'm saying?
Did you have to relink to your sources, whatever the?
No, because it worked fine today, and I haven't done anything to it since then. I haven't done any other chats. It worked fine today.
Every now and then I have to relink to, especially Facebook.
I don't know what the hell was going on Friday night, but I will schedule a chat for this Friday, and hopefully I don't have that same problem again. Figure out what the hell happened. I don't know. I'll be honest. I was tired, and I didn't feel like fucking with it for very long, so I messed around with it for 5 or 10 minutes trying to figure out what the hell was going on, and it wasn't working. So I just fucking gave up and went to bed. I'm going to be real honest. I just gave up and went to bed.
He got tired of me talking about Transformers, and he just fuck it.
I did. I started getting that fucking slow blinking, sleepy eyed shit. But
he's talking about Transformers again. Fuck, goddamn, shut up.
I just don't know anything about it's just not.
Don't say that. Bring something that ruin your childhood.
It's what everybody else does when I talk about 1/18 scale shit. So that's fine.
What, did you say something?
Exactly. Anyway, all right, guys, we're going to get the fuck out of here. We will see you guys on Friday. Y'all have fun. Come join us on the toy chat. Jared's got a chat tomorrow on his channel, maybe. I don't know. I didn't ask, so I'm just going to throw it out there that he does. And then we'll do trigger time on Friday night. So that is pretty much going to do it for today. We will see you guys next time. Enjoy the rest of your fucking week. Have a ball. And we'll see you guys next time. Deuces, yo, shout out, P and Fridge, all that good shit. Later, guys.